Hello and welcome everybody back to Common Freakin' Sense. We've been gone for a little while, but that's because our show has undergone quite a bit of a change. You will notice that there are different people that are here with you now. So first off, let me start with, if you've been followers of ours in the past, you recognize me. I'm Pastor Eric Hambrock, pastor, also executive director of an organization known as Love Inc., located here in central Wisconsin. And that is not Chris that is sitting across from me. That happens to be Kay. So Kay, say hi to everybody.
Hi everybody. I am people. I am new people. It's nice to see y'all. Sorry. It's nice to see you guys.
Yeah.
One more thing. It's nice to see y'all's guys. It's nice to see you.
So we're here, and yes, Chris has normally been a huge part of the program and the show and the things that he brought to the show. In fact, this particular Common Freakin' Sense, and you're going to hear me refer to it a lot as CFCN, the Common Freakin' Sense Network. But he was a lot of it and did a lot of the production and things to the show. But months and months ago, being that he is military, he let me know that there was going to be a time that he was going to have to do a tour. And he wouldn't be here to see things get done. So he's like, what do you want to do with the show? And we decided that I wanted the show to continue. Tours don't last forever. And so when he is done and back from tour, we want him to be back in the seat and doing things with it. So I said, you know what? Why don't we just transfer it off? Let us take over the show. We'll keep it running. Hopefully we won't run it into the ground. And we can keep it going. And so when you get back, jump right on into it. And he's like, okay, so that's what we're doing here today. So Common Freakin' Sense is continuing to go on, but the show's going to take a little bit of a different twist. I'm not as, I say I'm not as political as Chris is. But he got his ability to be political from somebody, and it
was you.
Can you honestly say it was me?
It was you.
Okay. And in case you haven't noticed, Kay is also my daughter. So, as the show is getting traded off and traded around, something that you, our listeners, probably ought to know, and that is I have a very highly talented family. And they've all been involved in music and production somewhere down the road. I've got singers. We've had a band that has been traveling. When they got older and the band couldn't travel, and they formed their own families, and everybody did their own thing. I've got one that is still in music, but all of them have done a little bit of something. I've got one that one of my children is heavily into choreography and loves to do that kind of thing, and dance and theater. I've got another one that they all can sing. Almost all of them can play instruments. Kay over here, I'm a drummer, and Kay over here, she told the band that
What was I, 6?
Oh, no, you were 4.
Okay,
you were even younger.
Even worse.
You were even
yes.
younger, yeah. And when the guys were trying to figure out, is Kay going to be a part of the band? Is she going to travel with us? And she said, yeah, she'll take over the drumming when her dad dies.
In my words. No, I'll be the drummer when Dad dies. Yeah.
Right, that's what you said.
Me and my 4-year-old bluntness.
Yeah. And we needed her as a drummer a lot sooner than that, so...
I just couldn't scratch
While
it.
I was still playing, we needed you to be the drummer. So anyway, but all my kids are very, very talented. And Kay, as Chris was putting together the show and so forth, Kay showed and has shown a lot of aptitude for doing IT work and that kind of setup. So when Chris was like, well, I want to, we're thinking about transferring the show, or do we just shop it, stop it? And I said,
Shop now.
Yes. I said, your sister can pick up on all that stuff. And he's like, really? How many years are there between you and Chris?
12.
Yeah. See, so, he is married and out of his house, out of our house by the time, Kay is doing a lot of this stuff. So they're not, he's not as.
Here's a crazy perspective.
All right, go ahead.
I was 6 years old when he turned 18 and he went to college.
Yes.
I was 6. It's pretty crazy and bizarre.
Which is almost like the difference between me and my brother. Because he was 10 years old and I was 16 when I started college. So.
No, I thought you guys were 10 years apart.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was 6 years old. And, 16. Okay. I said 8, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. When I started college. And so, there was that 10-year difference, but I started college 2 years. So, yeah, it was there. Big difference, though. Chris went away and joined military and all that is history when I pretty much stayed around the area, and I kind of helped raise my little brother there just a little bit. So anyway, that's a lot of what's going on. In fact, our next segment coming up, we're going to be talking about what the show looks like, a little bit about me, my background. We're going to talk a little bit about Kay's background. We're going to get into all the stuff and the changes that we're going to make.
Big changes.
Yeah, the show's going to feel a little bit different. Actually, the show's going to feel a lot different.
Yeah.
Chris brought his military background into it. I don't have a military background to bring into it. I have some military background, let's say it that way. What I don't have is military connections, and Chris does. And so he was trying to make an appeal there to do that kind of thing, and that's absolutely fine. I just don't have those particular connections, but I do have a lot of connections in other places, but we don't want to lose that. So those you guys out there that was following Common Freaking Sense and had that military because there was a bro that was behind the microphone, I ask just hang with us. The bro's going to be coming back someday.
He's coming back.
Yeah, and so if you can just hang with us, and I hope to have some of that stuff. I don't harp on the political as much as Chris will, because I think there's a lot more to life. However, our politics nowadays is really shaping a lot of life, and so there's like no way of getting around the stupidity that's going on out there. So we're gonna have to touch base with it in some way, shape, or form. So those will be some of the biggest changes in it, is the tone and the subject matters that we'll be having. And my background is a lot different than Chris's, and then we got this little baby over here that's running the production, and she has such a young Gen
Z.
Are you Gen Z?
I am Gen Z.
Okay, you got
sadly.
such a young Gen Z to it. Now, guys, former people, don't go running away just because she's got Gen Z. It's really not all that bad. I have schooled her in the ways of conservatism. And
It's okay. I don't associate with them, and they don't associate with me.
There you go.
It's okay.
So anyway, she's on board. She's cool. She's been vetted. We're good. And so, but she'll be bringing her perspective, and a perspective to the show that even Chris and I couldn't, because you gotta remember, females think differently. So she'll be bringing some of that feminine, non-testosterone, a little bit more estrogen type of thinking to the show. So that's okay. She'll have a different perspective, and that's okay. There'll be times, I mean, I couldn't be talking with Chris and turn around and go, so
how does that make you feel?
Tap into your feminine side and tell me, how does that make you feel?
Oh, please, when he comes back, do that. Do that. So how does that make you feel? Really tap into your feminine side.
I think the military bros out there would just really appreciate that. Yeah, ask him, I dare you.
I want to see his answer.
I want to see what he says. That would be cool. That would be cool. But anyway, so one of the things that we are going to be doing, and we'll talk about it in the next section, is that we're going to be introducing some commercials. And in fact, as I look at the clock, it's time to take a commercial break right now. So we're getting ready to change from our intro into the main thing. And as we do, we're going to open up a show with one of our sponsors. So stay with us, and here's our message.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Stripped Nut Auto Repair. Tell me, is your car horn broken? Are your brakes getting spongy? Does only half of the electrical devices in your car work and 2 of the check engine lights are on? Ugh, come on. Down to Stripped Nut Auto. At Stripped Nut Auto, we can't promise the best prices for repairing your vehicles, no, but we can guarantee an untimely completion. Is your engine howling, snarling, or growling? Is your engine running the way it should? If not, bring it to Stripped Nut Auto Repair for its yearly tune-up, where we offer the finest shade tree service done by the finest machinist in all of mid-state Wisconsin. So, if you don't like the sound of the horse under your hood, drive on down to Stripped Nut Auto Repair today. Stripped Nut Auto Repair, located on the corner of Whatchamacallit and that other street in Mid-State.
And thank you for that. And we're back. Thank you for your sponsorship, Stripped Nut Auto Repair. Now, just so that people know, we're going to be doing commercials and sponsorships. And here's the thing: if you really want to be a real sponsor of the show, eventually we would like to be running some Patreon. And if you would like to do
actual ad campaigns,
an actual ad campaign, and if you'd like to be one of our sponsors, please feel free to call and let us know. I will gladly take your money. Actually,
Chris will gladly take your money.
Actually, what it'll be for at this point until Chris comes back, what we would do is help sponsor Kay, because she is the one that is actually has the least amount of job and career at the moment, and is using her talents for our career. So I'd like to pay her for the things that she does. That's one of the things that we would like to do.
It's a starving artist over here.
She is. She is, literally, as we say in these parts of the woods. So, yeah, commercials, one of the things that we want to get to and go back to, we would like to, for the show, to be able to do it. I mean, a big conversation that Chris and I had was, what does that look like? And we did a little dreaming, and we'd like to get, one of the reasons for keeping the show going on is because we would like to get to the place that when he's done with the military and that he comes out, that we want to keep the show growing, so that if there's sponsorship and if there is something to enhance an income,
it can become lucrative.
It can become lucrative enough that can assist him with work coming out of the military. And he is talented. I think he's gifted. He's done an incredible job bringing Common Freaking Sense, the CFCN network, or the CFC network, online. Yeah. And so you'll hear me refer to it CFCN quite a bit, or the CFC network.
Our
He's done a really good job with that.
Yeah, our take on it is the Common Freaking Sense network, due to our fake but satire ad reads. The actual Common Freaking Sense is just CFC, and I think he has done an absolutely fantastic job, especially since he's completely self-taught and just doing everything based off of an idea and a passion. And honestly, those can easily be squashed. So continuing support for him as, a content creator and someone that is doing this genuinely for the passion of it is really, really important and really needed.
Yeah. So, and you will hear us talk about Chris, but you will not hear us say much about where he is and what is going on. For those of you that do have a military background, I'm sure that you can understand in the job that he has and what he is doing. We can't and just not going to talk about that. But I do know if he's in and out from time to time, we're gonna try to have him on and to try to keep him in the limelight or as a face here until he comes back. And then, quite frankly, we're not. When he does, I don't think we're going to lose Kay. I think what we're going to end up doing is getting all three of us working together and trying to do stuff. Because one of the things that Chris and I really, really love is actually having a producer that can take things off of our plate.
Oh, like that. Oh, okay. I was going to say, I don't know if the peoples on the internet could handle all three of our opinionated selves.
Well, they
other.
can, and we do want you chiming in. Which, by the way, I didn't know if you caught it. Our first commercial right out of the chute. Kay is the reader, so that's one of the things that she's going to be doing is taking that off of my plate, so that I don't have to do that part of the show. So it's great. So that goes over to the producer, taking a look at all the different things, the setups, the buttons that are running around here, video and all that kind of stuff. She's going to be taking that off my plate so that I can talk directly to you when we pull up subject matters. And so, yeah, I'm the titular talking head. I will slow down every time I go to say that so that I don't say the wrong thing and the wrong word comes popping out of my mouth. That kind of thing. Just one other thing, though, by the way, when we come back to the commercials, disclaimer right here and now, the current commercials that we are running are part of the satire that we are having. And so we want you to know that as the satire, these things are not real. You can't actually buy these products or actually go to these services that we are going to have because they do not exist.
I hope not.
Straight up satire is what we're doing, and we hope to have a lot of fun with it. So please hang in there. And here's some of the things that we would like to know. We would appreciate some comments on them. So as we produce these shows and as we do them, and if you hear a commercial that really made you laugh, let us know about it. We'd appreciate that. Yeah. And say, man, that was one of my favorites, or I could use a little help when we go to write these. So if you got
ideas.
A service area that it's like, oh man, write a commercial for this service group, or can you make up this product and write a commercial? Love to do it. Sometimes ideas, and especially if they're ideas from the audience, can be very, very helpful. And then as we get better and do a little more, there's going to be a couple of the commercials that will actually send to production, and we'll end up running those. So keep that in mind. Not all of them are going to be Red Productions. They will be here for the first couple of weeks. It's going to take us some time to turn some things around. And speaking of that, I just wanted to tell you about some of the time that it has taken to turn things around. A show hasn't been produced in the last 4 or 5 weeks, maybe even longer than that.
Oh, that was longer.
Yeah. And the reason being is because Chris's term of service came up a little quicker than what we thought, so he had to bail. We knew that it was going to be, and right when it came to us, both Kay and myself were entangled in a lot of things. I mean, really. So we've had to wait to get out of those things in order to break through so that we would have the time to do this show correctly. Is that a fair assessment?
I wouldn't have said it exactly like that, but then again, you are a walking thesaurus.
Yeah, and it's really Thor.
Thesaurus.
It's really Thor, too.
Yes, a thesaurus. The living dictionary over here.
Well, how would you put it?
Just for the fun of it. Layman's terms. We were really busy, and because the military is incredibly unexpected, though God bless America and God bless our military, we definitely need them, and I appreciate them every day, what they go through and what they train for. Also, I love your TikToks. They are absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that's true. Military has some of the best. Some of the best.
Worst and best humor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. The fails are awesome, though. I like military fails. You know, and anyway, so as we are doing this section, and this week for the main thing, what we are doing is an introduction so that you get to know who we are. So I'm gonna interview Kay here.
We are not standing up with a stick saying this is who I am. Your favorite food, favorite color, and how old you are.
No,
Okay.
we're not going that route.
We're not
But
hippies around a campfire.
so, Kay, talk to us a little bit about who you are.
Well, yes, I am 21 years old. I have a part.
Wow, I didn't expect you to start there. Okay,
Just getting it out of
go
the way.
ahead, Gen Zer.
Yes, sadly, I am. Sadly, I am born in the Gen Z era. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. But hey, that is where I am, and I will say our technology is pretty great, but pretty scary at the same time. You know, just things like that. But I work part-time at a cleaning job, and it gets by. I actually am a homeschooling teacher for my nieces, so that's great. Got a lot of great stories about things that I can't wait to tell them that they're 18 years old, because it's not appropriate to tell the kids after they do it. Reprimand them for that. And it's really adorable to not only see their development as I help them learn new things, but to see their personalities and just they themselves as the adorable little children that they are growing up. And it's sad to see, but awesome to see at the same time that I can be there and help them. And no, I mean, not much has been going on as of late. It's been pretty... Okay, it's not been pretty calm at all, actually. Where he works at Loving as the executive director.
Oh, you're talking about me.
Yes,
Okay.
you.
Because you went, where he? And I was like, he who? Where'd that come in from all of a sudden?
I'm gesturing to you.
Well, they don't know that.
Yes, they do. I'm pointing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm not looking.
Hand signals. Rock on. Anyway, where he works as the executive director, I'm actually volunteering because, you know what? He voluntold me. No, he actually made sure it was okay with me and said, would you be willing to volunteer? Because he has nobody to help watch kids during some of the classes that he puts on. So I'm like, sure, you have nobody else. I like watching kids. Lo and behold, I have a great bunch of kids. They can be a little bit difficult. One's heavily ADHD, one's autistic, and then the other one's just has a serious attitude at, like, not even 2 years old. Oh, my word. And then there's two other ones that I get off and on. And honestly, by the grace of God, I have been able to build a strange yet good relationship with the little autistic one. And he strangely... We vibe in a weird way that he can listen to me. I don't know what to say.
They're little munchkins. What do you mean vibe with me? I mean, they do what munchkins do. Okay?
They do what munchkins do.
Munchkins?
Munchkins.
Yeah.
Munchkins.
Yeah.
Munch. Anyway, we were having a difficult night the other night. Yes, he swung a few objects, not very hard, so he wasn't incredibly violent, but he was still showing slight tendencies, because his mom's like, we've been hitting, kicking, saying hurtful things in the last hour, so he's not having a great day. And thankfully, he's somewhat calmed down. And
now he's autistic, right?
Yes, this is the autistic, and he is 4. He's, what is he, 5? 4 or 5. He articulates wonderfully. So it's one of those autistic where he's way smarter than his usual age group and everything, and he's very, very particular about things. But I, as an aunt, can somehow show kids things that they're like, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. Suddenly glued to watching it because it's entertaining. Like, success. So he started throwing a fit, and there's this song that I put on, and it's just basically a duck quacking. It's way better than that, but essentially it's just a duck quacking. Well, it so caught his attention, and I started, waddling around, dancing, getting his attention. Look, it's a child
duck quacking
care.
And you're waddling around. That just their mental image. Okay.
Child care requires you to do silly looking things for the children.
Yes.
You just go for it. And it got his attention. Suddenly he just snapped out of wanting to cause a fit, and he just snapped out of it. And the biggest grin popped on his face, and suddenly he's like, oh, yeah, I like this song. Let's listen to the song. So for the next, 15 minutes, we listened to that song on repeat, and after he stopped paying attention to it, I was able to turn it off. Well, he's very particular about cars, and he's like, I don't want to watch this, I don't want to watch this, I don't want to watch this. So there's a certain Panther that is a wonderful light red color, copyright, that we all love, has a great theme by Henry Mancini.
Are we going to get back to the show here, or are we
well,
going
you
to
said-
have the evening about how you were
You said about
child
my
caring?
Look, all the stories I have recently of me, myself, and I is about taking care of kids, and it's actually about the kids. Anyway,
You know, you did that female woman thing. Oh, do you want to hear my? I heard a comedian do this the other day. He's
for it.
like, ladies, let me show you something. I come in the other day and he said, I asked my woman, how was your day? Oh, and he says, and she just starts in. And he goes, a half-hour discourse later, it's like, I couldn't even get and I had no idea what she was talking about because 3 of the friends she mentioned, I didn't even know their names. And that's how her day was going. He goes, ladies, watch this. Guys, I'm talking to you directly. And he's talking directly off the stage. And he goes, how's your day? Good. That's the universal answer came back from the crowd. And he goes, see, ladies, one word. It's done. Guys, did we practice that? And all the guys in the crowd go, no.
Okay, one thing. Just one little thing.
Yeah, what?
I'm giving you content.
That is
Okay.
true. That is true. But I
You-
did wanted to move on
Okay.
in content because there's things I want to ask
Give me a
you
time limit,
about the
okay?
show that's going to be coming up.
Yeah.
And forgive me, I don't want to be rude, but we are limited,
Yeah.
and so a couple of issues on the show. Number one, let's talk a little bit about how the show is going to be shaped, just a little bit. So we're going to have is it 3 sections that there's going to be to the show? Hello,
Officially 3 sections, yes.
go ahead. Hello, right?
So hello is good evening. We're going to talk about a bit of our day. The next thing is the main thing.
The main thing, which is this section
The
now
main
for this
subject.
subject, but we're not always going to be talking about the show. But since this is number 1, we wanted everybody to know what the show is going to be like. So this is
Yeah.
the main thing for this show. Go ahead.
And then the next one is things I saw on the internet. So he's mainly going to be Dad is mainly going to be doing all of the,
Commentary.
well, no, I'll be adding my thoughts in. I can do that.
Well, I want
and
you to
keep
do
it-
that.
and
That's
keep
the
it on
reason.
track.
That's the reason why you chose this stuff, so that you can add your
and,
commentary,
Yeah,
right?
and keep it on track. But he'll be choosing a lot of the subjects and stuff. And for hello, it'll be both of us back and forth about how our week's gone. Essentially, not always, but it's gonna be high. The next thing is the main thing. This is gonna be the subject he brings in, and then we're gonna talk about it for however long it takes. Hopefully,
Well,
not
we only
too
have
long.
an hour, right?
Right. We only have an hour.
Okay, so we only have an hour on here, so we want to divide these things up evenly. Yeah.
We just lost your camera.
Oh, have yours. I didn't do it. So you're going to have to go back and get it.
I tried. No, Dad, your camera's off. It's not registering in. Oh no, technical difficulties.
In the first show?
Oh no.
Can't happen.
We're just gonna have to do this all over again. It's gonna be better the second time, or worse the second time. Unplug it, plug it back in.
Which one is it?
The taped one.
The taped one?
The taped one. You see, it's also not. The blue light's not up on. What's that one? What? No. It won't work
Yeah.
in those. Oh, will it work on those? All right, let's see. Is he coming back?
Yeah, because I don't want
Nope,
to have to
he's
redo
not back.
this.
No, you can't. Those are for charging.
Oh.
You can unplug this thing.
No, don't.
You saying you can?
I know you can. Don't want to.
All right, blue light. Let's see. Is he back now?
And we're
Hey,
back.
he's
There you go.
back.
So now we're we're going to keep going. I'm
Okay,
not
we're
going
gonna
to
keep going?
stop.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to stop
No. Your camera's glitching now. What's wrong with it? Why is it causing problems?
because it can.
Because it's a female?
Ooh, You said that. I didn't.
Yes, I said that.
Okay.
Okay, pardon for the
So
glitching
give
camera.
us the three sections in order. How are we going to do them again? It's hello.
It's hello, main thing, and then things I saw on the internet that I would
Things
like to
I
share
saw
with
on the
you.
internet. Good. And
Yes.
then there'll be a little outro, and that's how we're going to get out. Another thing I wanted to talk a little bit about, and we're glitching, so we'll cut away to a commercial and see if we can get this back. But one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is where can people find these? What formats, what platforms are they going to be on?
Main thing is going to be YouTube. As for where else it's going to be, well, we can send a link on Twitter if we want, but I don't know if Common Frankincense has a Twitter.
Yes, it does.
It has a Twitter. Then we can also put a thing on Instagram, but everything's mainly going to be on YouTube. As for shorts, I will not be doing shorts. But
Right. Chris was big deal. He liked doing the shorts. And then what was the other thing? We got Spreaker, right?
Spreaker is going to be complete audio. I don't think we can do video on Spreaker. It's going to be a trial run for it for sure, but hopefully yes, because the more places, the more we can get this out there, the more we can share our opinions, the more people can listen to it.
And let me explain just a little bit why Spreaker. So about 6 or 8 years ago,
Total fluke.
we started Spreaker because, well, we started from a band ministry, and we like radio. So we do a lot of things for radio, geared for radio. It wasn't until Chris came along and he's like, oh man, podcasting is the way to go. And all of us that did the radio thing, it was like,
It was podcasting.
we don't like a camera staring at us. I'll be dead honest with you. I don't. It's one other piece of technology that I hate dealing with, and I mean we're glitching right now.
Right.
So we'll try to get. We're gonna limp through that and get through our first podcast. So we've already had that problem, and then we're just well more formulated for radio. When you do band and you do sound work, everything's involved in sound. Plus, I have a love for radio, and we started doing a show about 13 years ago. And in that show, it was a mock radio show. So we did the performance live, but we made everything look like a mock radio show. In fact,
It got good enough. People believed we were on.
yeah,
air.
actually, we finished with one show, and I had invited a Catholic priest who was a friend of mine. I invited him down for the show, and he come in and he's like, "Where, you said that this was simulcasted somewhere. Where can I get a copy of this show? It was absolutely hilarious." And I'm like, it wasn't.
Oh no.
It wasn't simulcasted anywhere. That's just part of us doing a mock radio show. But then after we started doing that, we started working with Spreaker, and John and I started about 4 years before Chris, and we started doing a radio type of podcasting. And that's what we did for 4 years. 3 years with John. Then we did 1 year
We got 2 years.
without Emily or without John. Was it 2 years?
It was 2 years.
Okay, without John. So that is still on Spreaker underneath B. Andrews. And so if you want to go back and catch those
no.
shows,
No.
they've been unloaded.
They're private.
Oh, what do you have to do to?
I could go make them available.
Oh,
Um,
after we do this,
we can try.
we can try.
We can try.
So anyway, we were involved with radio, and so one of the things that we want to get back to, because Chris talks about this all the time, about his military guys, and that is they go in and while they're weightlifting or doing stuff like that, they like listening, and so it's like we don't have to be on. We can take our shows will be geared so that if you want to just listen to them, you're more than welcome to kick over to Spreaker, or if you want to pick it up on YouTube and just put it in your headset, you can listen to the show like that.
I will say disclaimer, the last thing about things I saw on the internet will be visual, so that will not go up on Spreaker. Just us talking will go up on Spreaker. because, well, obviously, if I saw it, you should probably see it too. No. No, if I saw it, it means you need eyes to see it. But if you're interested, if you're not, and on YouTube and stuff, if you are watching there, you can either listen to our commentary on it or just skip past to the end of the video. You know,
Well,
free,
but
free
some of
will.
your things that you see have audio to them, right? And so,
Yeah. Well,
so
they all have
can
audio.
so they can hear it. But yeah, I'm supposing since it's also video, it's things that probably people should see. So
So some of them, yes. One of them you don't have to see it, but it's cuter that you do see it.
all right. Well, this is going to wrap up the main thing for today. And please listen to us. As you listen to us a little bit more, you're going to hear more about us and understand more. So we're just trying to get this portion of our show out of the way up front so that our listeners and previous listeners kind of have an understanding of the change that's going on and how we're going to be doing the show. I do want to say that. I want people to know that we're not going. This show will be live, done live, and posted in exactly the same way. We are not going to be doing a lot of things in post production. We're trying to minimize that all the way through. So when we sit down, all the materials in front of us. When Kay shows me the things that she wants me to see, I've never seen them before. So you're getting a firsthand live raw response. I have no idea. We're getting ready to do that today, and we'll show you what that section will look like. So the whole show is going to come off live. As you saw, we had a technical difficulty that's going to stay in the show. Is it still glitching?
Yeah, it's been glitching.
Okay, so we'll be working.
We tried
with,
changing ports.
we're gonna work with all that kind of stuff and the glitching and all that kind of stuff, and so you're going to get the show as raw as it gets. And we're going to, the other part about that is when things are in post-production, you get to add a lot of the glitzy stuff to it, and we're not going to do that.
We're real. We're here.
We're going to be real. We're going to be here.
Or there's a glitch in the matrix.
Everything will be in pre-production, so when the show goes on, it's just going to flow straight through, and you're going to get it like we do it, and then when it gets posted, that's how you're going to see it. So I will ask at this portion if you would continue to support us as we go on. So what are the things that they should do if they're going to support us?
Well, wherever we are, I'd like you to subscribe to what you're listening to. I'd absolutely love for that support. Also, give a like on the video once you see it, and hit the bell so that you can always know when we post another video, especially on YouTube, because that always helps support what we're doing. Or give a heart on Instagram if you see it there, or give a like on Twitter, or a repost. That would honestly be, or a share. It would do great wonders, not just for me, but I'm mainly thinking about for Chris, that we can help either keep this going steady or keep this to grow for him, honestly.
Yep.
That would be awesome.
That would be what we are after to do. And then, of course, things that we would like to see happen in the future is to get on Patreon. And another thing that we would love to see happen in the future is for us to open a store. And you can get some CFC network gear and stuff like that. So with that being said, I think it's time for another commercial. So after this message, we'll be right back.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Dr. Lipschitz Psychosis Services and Therapeutic Counseling and Spa. Is your common sense leading you to feel alone? Are you not thinking like the others around you, leaving you without friends? Don't try to find people with common ground. Come to Dr. Lipschitz Psychosis Services and Therapeutic Counseling and Spa. At Dr. Lipschitz, we use the latest waterboarding techniques to change your mind. Our counselors are familiar with the latest Asian and dark arts that can create the pain it takes to change your mind. Need drugs? No problem. We are assured that our certificates are in the mail from the courses we completed online. We are guaranteed by our off-market suppliers that we can get all the drugs you will ever need. So don't go through the hardship of having to explain yourself to all those losers 1,000 times only to be eventually alienated. No. Come to the woke side now. Most conversions can be completed in 3 easy treatments. And when you're finished with counseling, each session ends with a half-hour spa bath. So, call Dr. Lipschitz Psychosis Services and Therapeutic Counseling and Spa and get converted today.
I almost think that there should be applause after that. Wow. Okay. That
Surprise, that was actually written this morning.
Yeah. And there was a moment of inspiration, I think, that went along with that. So,
All
yes,
right.
the heavens opened, the angels sang, light shaft came down.
Whoa,
you will write this. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay, all right. Well, I'd like to welcome you to things I saw on the internet. And because of my Gen Z perspective on things, I'd like to show you what's been going on today, nowadays, all over the place, from the world. So, here...
I have to look at that monitor over there.
Here, yes.
Okay, all
so,
right.
here is your things of welcome to the world, baby.
Remember name's good.
Let's see what his response is. Yeah, well, come on, buddy. How's your day?
Good.
Yeah? Cool. You gonna get in your car seat?
Can we see it? There, you see it?
That's how you get a kid to shoot a deer. Because if a deer does that... All right, the one that impressed me the most was the one with the deer.
Yeah.
That is Wisconsin training for how you get your kid to shoot a deer. Because once a deer scares you like that,
It's going down.
you got no problem with teaching that kid how to pull the trigger and to drop its butt.
Right.
You know, that is great. I love it.
Oh, my
I
word.
love it.
The 3 triplets. Oh, scatter.
Yeah, that's just because they're partners in crime.
Get in
so.
camera.
What?
Get in
Okay.
camera.
Am I in or out?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, well.
Who moved the camera? Because I haven't touched a thing. All right, see.
There you go.
You gotta love.
There
We're
you go.
live, people.
There
so
you go.
okay.
All right, ready for the next one?
I don't know. Does that require more commentary?
Yes, it requires more. They get great. They get better as they go
No,
along.
this one requires more commentary.
Oh no, I mean, do you want to continue?
Well, that's why. Did you need more commentary on that?
No.
This is your section. So
No.
what did it need?
Do you need it? Do you have anything else to say?
No. Just I do notice though. Can I?
You say something?
Yeah, something about guys and girls. Did you notice the difference? I mean, the dudes are scared and they take backups, but the girls, they just start crying. What is?
No. There was a couple of little boys. They started crying, but they were pretty young.
Yeah, but
We'll train it out of
yeah,
them.
girls just. Yeah, and that is the difference between raising boys and girls. Okay, the guys got scared. Okay, cool. What are you going to do? Guys, grow up, become men, deal with that fear. Girls, they just keep crying.
No.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't cry when I get scared. I don't breathe.
You pass out. Okay.
Problem solved. I don't have to deal with it.
All right. Next.
Next.
Mommy, I got my tool done and my nails.
What colour, Taylor? What colour?
Boo!
Blue. See, I've got a manicure and a pedicure.
And a pedicure.
Yes.
She says
see, that's
pedicure
what-
better than
see,
she says
We
blue.
needed some therapy.
Very different, baby.
Needed some patty. Oh, it's so
What was the last word?
I needed some therapy.
Therapy.
I needed some therapy.
I got news for you. That girl said pedicure better than she could say blue.
What color is it? Boo!
Boo. Yeah, it was boo.
She couldn't pronounce the L yet. It's so cute, though.
But she said pedicure without a problem.
I got a pedicure and a manicure.
And that is way too young to start teaching a girl the senselessness of painting her toenails. I mean,
Remember, Dad, they needed some therapy.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, ready?
All right, next. Eat mommy. There you go. Whoa. Whoa.
Maybe hungry.
Ow!
Cheetos.
He is firmly attached to her lips.
Uh-huh.
She know when he grab her face, he's gonna get her.
She doesn't know how to break it either.
What in the world?
Oh,
Look at me looking.
ain't got nothing on that.
Now, do you know what the secret is behind every one of those? Those are all breastfeeding babies. That is what is going on.
I'm hungry. Give it to me.
Yeah, you stick it out there. I'm going to suck on it. And
They are latched on tight.
Yeah, that last one really latched on well, and of course, there's a technique to how to break a latch and all that other kind of stuff. But that is absolutely cool, and it's like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Why is he doing that? I'm like,
Hey,
duh.
you be hungry?
You're not gonna say that on while somebody's videotaping.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude, he thinks your chin looks like a nipple. Well, it's like babies just doing what babies do. It's like, you better do something with that chin. Can you do some exercising there?
All right, next one.
And what's really good enough is the baby's mouth was good enough to latch onto a chin. I feel sorry for his mama. Wow. All right, moving right along.
Moving right along.
Bless you. Why are you fat?
Cha.
Why are you fat?
Cha. That kid is woke. Just want you to know that. Could not handle
He got
ass
a
being
unibrow.
could
You see
not
that?
handle ass being if he was fat. Somebody's got to do. You know what that kid needs?
What?
Dr. Lipschitz.
No. That kid already got Dr. Lipschitz. That's the problem. All right. You had a unibrow. Just
And if you
there.
don't know about Dr. Lipschitz psychosis services, just listen to earlier in the program, and
Roll it
you
back.
can be a subscriber to his services. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you don't say.
You don't say.
You know, I feel like I've just been to a Church of God service. For those of you that don't know about speaking in tongues, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Wait. They should show that at one of the Church of God services. See what they interpret.
Okay. They would call that sacrilegious. Don't do that to them.
You started this,
I
Joe.
did, but I just... Yeah, I started it.
You started it. Okay, we're gonna finish it? All right.
No, not going to finish it. Let's move on.
All right, my favorite one was the Scottish one, but this one just melts your heart.
Scottish. Which one was Scottish?
Boo! We got a manicure and a
That's right.
pedicure. All
That's right. Okay.
Best one ever.
Okay, back over here to this screen.
What's a wolf say?
That
That's good.
I'm looking at the age of that child. That can't be over 3 months.
No.
I'm thinking that child was 8 weeks.
Child's
He
impressive.
did not barely had the muscles to hold his
up
head.
Yeah.
Wow. So in childhood development, that kid was young, and he responded to what was wow.
What does a wolf sound like? Ooh, so
was
cute.
yeah, that was amazing.
It was
That was
incredible.
amazing.
Absolutely incredible. Let's see. Is this? There we go.
Yeah,
So-
do that again.
You wanna do that again?
Do that again because I
Yeah.
want to see that child. Yeah.
What's a wolf say?
Amazing. Wow. Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, unless
incredible.
that child was dealing with some other physical abnormality that caused him to look like that, if everything was fine in him, that child is incredibly young. Incredibly young. Wow. Amazing. Maybe there is some really good hope for the next generation, you know. Do we
Maybe.
have, by the way, do we have a name on the next generation after Gen Z?
Alpha. They already naming it Generation Alpha.
There is no way.
No.
That
honestly.
cannot. Who? That will not stick. This is not an alpha generation by any stretch of the imagination.
Ooh.
They're not even close to
Oh
the
my God.
greatest generation, which is about ready to disappear.
Could be completely gone.
Yeah, to be completely gone.
So-
and if there was to be an alpha generation, that would be the alpha generation.
The majority of the alpha generation is being raised by people to be iPad kids, and to those of you who look at the internet know what I'm referencing by an iPad kid, and there is hope because there's still the people out in the country. There are still people in the military who are raising their kids more traditionally, and it is good to see it. Parents who mean well and understand that this is not what their kid needs. They may not know what they're trying to go for. They may not know they're being a lot more conservative than they're, what they think they are, but they understand that this is the best thing for their kids, and it's awesome to see. They may not know how to put it into words, but instinctual that this is the best for their kids.
Maybe
it's good.
That brings hope.
It
That
does.
brings hope that things are swinging around. So
it may be slow, but
if that's something that you would like for us to explore a little bit more about the upcoming generations, please put it in the comments down below and give us some ideas of what maybe that you would like to hear. So we're wrapping up for this week. We're ending it. If you got some comments for Kay and some things that you would like to hear her talk about, do that in there. It's really good working with you. I'm enjoying this.
it's good talking with you.
And folks, when you see me go like this, there's a screen over there that I have to see things off of for Kay. So I look this way to look at the camera and talk directly to you. So a little bit of stuff that's going on behind the screen. So then when she sends stuff in for me to see, I got to turn over this way and look at the other screen. And that's the stuff that's going on over there. Be sure to leave us some comments and let us know how things are going. Please help us out and share this video content with other people. And hit the like bell, right? No, hit the
button.
like button. They say smack the bell. Please don't do that. I don't want you to tear up your screens.
Slam your phone into the ground.
and please do subscribe to CFC Network, Common Freakin' Sense, and we'll be bringing you content like this on a weekly basis. And so thank you for being a part of it. Reach out, connect to it with us, let us know that you're out there, and we will try to respond back. And so until next week's show, this is Pastor Eric saying bye. And go ahead, Kay. You got any words going off?
I say bye.
All right. See you next week, everybody.